Hey, hello, welcome guys. So in this video, we are going to learn about write file operation. Write stage file operation to create file in our Oracle integration. So why we are using that one and what was the limitation, everything we will get to know about in this videos only. So let's first discuss about the write operation. So write operation, whenever we want to create file in our integration, we need to use write file stage file activity. Write stage file activity support opaque schema that can be useful while getting the data from BI report and converting that BI report data into our actual file. We can use append operation while writing the file, so that if we have already created file with any name and we want to again create that file, that can be merged and add a single file with the both data, that can be the same. We can write file up to 10 GB or 10 MB of the file size. So let's start with the integration. So here you can see I have already created that integration. Here I have used that soap connection to call the BI report. So what it will do is that it will call the BI report and it will return back the data as a base 64 code. So our next task is to convert that base 64 data into readable format, that can be the file, actual file. So how we can do is that for converting that base 64 code into file reference, we have opaque schema. With the help of opaque schema, we can convert base 64 code into file reference, or we can say that the file. So stage file activity will help us here to create the file based on that data. So what we can do is that, let first, before going to use that operation, let me show you the example. So here if I will run this integration, it will call BI report and it will return back data. So here let waits for the completion. Integration is activated. Let me make a duplicate of this tab so that I don't want to do the navigation again and again. So once I will submit, it will generate the instance ID for that particular integration run. So once I will click here, you can see our integration is queue status. After a few seconds, it will go and it will process. So here you can see that our integration is succeed. It means completed successfully. So now when we'll check the log message, you can easily see that we have here it called the BI report and it will return back the data as a message sent and message received. So just wait for a while, and now you can check. Here you can see we have called the run report soap services, and we pass some data, right? We pass the report directory where we our report is created and all these things, right? And here you can see in the message received from run report, it will show you the data, whatever data it receives. So here you can see the data is in report byte, that is base 64 code. If we will convert this base 64 code, or we can say encode this base 64 code, decode, when we will decode this base 64 code, we will get actual data of the BI report. So here you can see if we decode it. So here you can see this is our data, invoice ID, vendor ID and all. So what we need to do is that we need to create file based on this data. So here we required opaque schema, and that the stage file operation. With the help of write stage file operation, we can generate file based on the data, whatever data we receive from soap services. So now what we need to do is that here we have the response. In the response of this endpoint, we have the report output format, report output in base 64 code. So now our next time is to add the stage file to create the file. So here what operation we are going to perform, we are going to perform write operation. So write, and I added the stage as the activity name, and here I will select the operation as write file. So once we select the write file operation, it will ask the file name, what file name we want to give to generate the file. So suppose I want to give the file name as xxinv file 001.csv. So this is the file name I want to generate. So it's done. And then the second option is to specify the output directory. This output directory is the Oracle integrations virtual directory, right? So in Oracle integration, where we want to create, so whatever directory you will provide, if that directory is already present, it will create that file in the directory. If directory is not present, it will create a new directory with the directory name you provide. So I want to create the temp directory, and this in this temp directory the above file will be generated. So in this temp directory this csv file will be generated. Okay, and here while writing the file we have operation option to append to existing file. If we will tick here, what it will do, if suppose in the same directory this file is already generated and we again generate this file with another data, so what it will do, it will merge new data in that same file only. So right now we don't have any requirements, so just go for next. And here we need to provide the schema. So as we know that opaque schema is as the xml schema, so what we need to do is that this is the opaque schema format. You can see this opaque schema is nothing but it is a, you can consider as a decoder. So what it will do is that it will get a base 64 code and it will convert that base 64 code into file reference. So you can directly search this code in Google, or I will provide this code in the description of that video. So here what we need to do is that we know that file schema as xsd. So here you can see we save the file as opaque underscore schema.xsd. So here I selected this one format and go next. Here we need to upload the opaque schema. So here I have already saved here. So just select it, and now you can see go next and done. So with the help of write operation, what we need to do is that we need to, in this write stage activity, we need to provide the file data, we need to provide the report data. So how we can provide the report data to this activity? With the help of this mapping. So once you will edit this mapping, it will show you the run report soap response. So we need to map this response to this endpoint, this mapper. So edit this mapper. In the right side you can see this is the opaque element we uploaded, and here we have to map the report response. So report response is in run report soap response. So once you will expand and that you will find that report byte. So once you will map this report byte, this opaque schema, so run in runtime, what it will do, this opaque schema will get the data report byte, whatever report byte we receive as this code, and this opaque schema will convert this report byte into file reference. Just go and close. So here with this help of this write stage we are successfully able to create the file based on the report response. So suppose of now after creating the file, if you want to place this file over server, or you need to send this file to over email with the help of notification, you can do. So suppose I want to place this file over SFTP server. So here this is our SFTP server, and here I want to place the file. So right now if you will see where, let me delete these two files. So I deleted these two files from here. Okay, let me delete. So yeah, you can say connected. So let me delete these two files. So right now you can see in this directory OIC dev we don't have any file, right? So let me copy this directory, and what I want is that I want to place this file, this generated file, to this directory only. So what we need to do is that for that we require FTP adapters. So here let me add this FTP adapter, give the name write FTP, and now next. Here you can see what we want to do is that we want to write the file, right? This is the FTP operation. Don't like mix with this FTP operation with that stage operation. So here we need to provide the output directory. So this is the directory where on that SFTP server we want to place the file. So this is the directory where we want to place the file. This is the same directory, and what file name we want to provide over there. So here you can see in stage operation we provide any other name. Here we can also provide the same name, and you can, if you want, you can provide different name also. So suppose here I provided the name as xx underscore inv ftp underscore file underscore 01.csv. We want to provide this file name to generate file here only. Okay, so now everything is fine. Go next. And do you want to provide the schema? No, I don't want to provide any schema. So just go next, next, and done. So what here it will do, this write FTP operation will required, the required file reference to be uploaded over SFTP server. So from where we can provide the file reference? Here we have created the file, and the response of this file we have file reference. So we will map this our response of this write stage with the mapper of this write FTP. So just edit here. So here you can see we have ICS file. So here we have to map, in this ICS file we have to map this ICS file reference, we have to map this one. So here we have write stage response. If you will expand here, in write response, you can see ICS file. Inside that ICS file we have five reference, so this file reference will be mapped here and done and close. So this is the complete integration. What this integration will do is that it will call the BI report. It will get the data of the BI report in base 64 code. With the help of write stage operation and passing the opaque schema, that base 64 code will be converted into file reference with the help of that write stage operation of the stage write stage file. And then what we are going to do is that we added FTP adapter connection. With the help of this FTP adapter connection, whatever file here we generated, the same file we are passing in the mapping, and the same file will be generated placed over this SFTP server. So let's first complete this integration. To save, close, and done. So here we need to activate this integration. So this integration is activated. Now we have to just submit this integration. Submit, and here you can see it generated the instance ID. Just click here. It will take a little bit of time to execute. So once this will be completed, right now in progress status, you can see that our integration is completed successfully. If you will see here and if you will refresh, you can get the file. So if you remember, this is the same file name we provided in FTP adapter, right? So here if you will see, if you want to open, just double click and you can see the data in the file. So you can see this is the same data we received from the calling the BI report. So let me show you the same also. So here in you can see in this integration log, if we'll check, so here you can see this run report soap, it message received from run report. If we will say, you can see this is the report byte is in base 64 code. So let me copy and show you again, right? So this is the same. I will copy, and here suppose I paste this one and decode. So you can see the data as invoice ID, vendor ID, this one, and the same data we find in SFTP server, right? So here you can see invoice ID. You can compare. This is the same data, same record, right? 50, 46, and all, right? This one you can see 46, 27, 54, 27, 54. And if you will see the log of the integration, so here let me explain the log of this integration, right? That will be easy for you to understand. Okay, so now you can see we call the BI report. It will return back the data. It returns the data in base 64 code. What we have done is that we added write stage operation. In write stage operation, you can see payload send to write operation, we provide the file reference. You can see the base 64 code we provided, and based on this base 64, this base 64 converted into the file reference. You can see payload received from write response write stage. So you can see here what we receive. We received the CSV type file directory, temporary directory we created in the OIC, and this is the file name generated, and here you can see this is the file reference. So here you can see we are successfully able to generate the file, generate the CSV file. Now what we have done is that we pass same CSV file reference to the right FTP adapter to upload the file over SFTP server. So here you can see in the send to write we pass the file reference. So you can see file reference, we pass the file reference. This is the same file reference we got. So here if you will see, I will copy this file reference for your reference purpose. Here if you will see, this is the file reference, right? And here if you will see, this same file reference generated here, right? So here you can see this. If I will copy this file reference, you can figure out the both are the same. Here you can see, you can compare, the both are the file references. These file references are the same. It means that the value, this is the file reference we generated with the help of write state, and this here is the file references we pass to the write FTP. And this what they will done is they have provided the same, generated this file and placed over the SFTP server on this location. So this is the complete integration where we have called the BI report. We converted BI report base 64 code into the file reference with the help of write stage operation, and then we place the same file over SFTP server. So thank you so much for watching. If you have any other query and want to more about the integration and all, please do comment. And here obvious, if you have any other questions, you can ask there. Thank you so much for watching. If you have not subscribed this channel yet, please subscribe this channel. Thank you so much again.